Day coming from Kelly Acheson. Well, Flynn. I should have said Kelly Flynn. That was my maiden name. Yeah, how Irish is that? Kelly Ann Flynn. And I have my fun little leprechaun earrings on today and my fun St. Patrick's Day shirt. Woohoo! I am hoping to go out for a margarita when we're done here today. I have not had any beforehand. But yeah. Sure. Woohoo! Oh, hang on. I gotta get this. I am hoping to go out for a margarita. Nobody wants to hear me twice. Hang on. Oh, I didn't expect that to pop in like that. I had my iPad all set up early so I can see your comments. Hello, Bonnie, and Jan is here. Oh, it's 70 degrees in Huntley, Illinois. Jan, I am so jealous. I'm trying to get my comments to come up on my screen, but they're not. I'm not going to mess with that because, oh my goodness, I don't want to do anything crazy. So I hope you're having a great St. Patrick's Day. It's funny because I don't know if you guys had this where you're from, but if you didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, you got pinched. So I made sure I am not getting pinched. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. Sherry is in Sarasota, Florida, right, Sherry? I think you told me there was a tornado down there. That was crazy. I'm glad I missed that when I was in Sarasota. And Cheryl is coming to us from Windsor, Colorado. Welcome. Yeah, Sherry says they used to get pinched too. We've got Ann on here. It's kind of overcast today, but I think it's nice out. I haven't stepped my foot out the door. I have been working all day. I was getting one of my kit classes videos done today and getting my laundry washed. Steve is gone. He went to his friend's cabin, well, today and tomorrow. He's helping him do some work there, but that's what he told me. But he just Snapchatted me a picture where they're ice fishing. So how much work is really being accomplished? I don't know. And it doesn't matter. I hope he has a good time. He's been sick. I was sick. I'm much better. He actually went to the doctor yesterday and has a sinus infection. So he's getting that all straightened out. Cheryl said they had snow this morning. Yeah, we'll probably get snow again too, not gonna lie. I'm excited. My mom is coming to visit tomorrow. What's today? Thursday. Tomorrow night, Friday. She'll be here all weekend. She's going to meet her newest great-grandchild, so that's going to be exciting. So I've been like this, trying to get everything done so that when my mom gets here, I'm just going to be devoted to mom. We're going to go shopping. We'll go out to eat. We're going to spend a lot of time with Haley and Jared and the babies, and it'll just be a really nice, fun weekend. And then, of course, you know, I'll get back to work. All right, so I'm excited about these cards today. I had a lot of fun making them, and I was really shocked at how quickly my layouts came together. Sometimes I struggle with that a little bit, but I was like, we need to get our layouts so we can start making our cards, and it was like, boom, boom, boom. I'm rocking it. So let's flip the camera around. We're going to get started. I'm using all kinds of new product for you today, and that's always fun for me too. Okay, make sure I have everything straight here. I like to make sure my screen is straight because otherwise it just seems like you're like off balance, right? I don't want anybody being off balance. Okay. Oh, and Cheryl says her husband has a sinus infection, bronchitis. Well, Steve's not coughing, but he felt good one day and he vacuumed, which was amazing. We're still dealing with tons of drywall dust here. Like I haven't been able to clean other than a few things. So when I get done with this and get everything finalized for this, I'm probably going to go have a margarita. I'm not going to lie. But then tomorrow, my mom is coming tomorrow night. So I'm going to dedicate my day to cleaning up the drywall dust. Like inside the closet, everything in our closets is filled with, it's just covered. It's so disturbing. And I should have known better, but whatever. It's done is done, right? This is our first layout. It's a real simple layout. I had a lot of fun with it. We are going to be using the Wave waves of inspiration and the wave dies. These, you guys, are so much fun. I've really had a blast with these. So I've got my stamps ready here. I have, hang on, I got some fuzz in there. I even took the sheets off my bed and washed them. I usually do that when Steve leaves. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but like boys are smelly. And so when he leaves, I like to wash my sheets and then climb into bed and it smells so fresh and good. Oh, maybe that's too much information today, but whatever. I tend to be an open book. This is our basic white thick cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. And then I've got a piece of the Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper. You guys, this is so incredibly beautiful. I'm just going to bring in this so you can, well, here we go. This is a promotion that's going on until May 2nd. Now, this stamp set and dies will be available in the new annual catalog that's coming out soon. But the foil paper, these beautiful blue foils, the wave rhinestone jewels, and the designer paper are exclusive to this promotion till May 2nd. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Dina Barb and I, we are designing an online class for it. If you haven't seen that, don't worry. You're going to get, if you know, with this bundle, if you're a member of Stamp Happy Academy, you are going to get 9 card ideas in there, plus the ones that I'm making today, plus whatever else Barb and Dina have made just from us 3. It's crazy. And I made some the other day too. I don't know where those are, but anyways, just know that you've got all of those coming. So this is 2 inches by 5 1/2. And then we've got the beautiful, beautiful blue foil. It's part of the Waves collection. And this is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I've got my basic white piece here that's 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then I've got a 1/2 inch strip. This was just a scrap from in my, you know, my pack of paper. Sometimes words are hard. And then we've got Pacific Point, which is one of the coordinating colors. And this is 1 1/4 inches by whatever you want it to be. And then I've got my envelope. And I think I'm going to start right there. You guys know that I love to decorate my envelopes. My designer paper here is 2 1/2 by 6. And I'm just going to put this right on there. And definitely going to be using this blue side for this one. Kind of pick it up, make sure I have it all the way up to the top before it dries on me. There we go. So yeah, I have been busy. I was off all weekend except Sunday night, but I was off since, let's see, Friday. I went and got my hair cut. Did you guys notice my hair is like 4 inches shorter? I really didn't do anything different with it. So if you didn't notice, don't worry. But I did get a bunch of it cut off. I went and got my hair cut, and I came home from getting my hair cut, and I slept for 7 hours. That's when I started feeling kind of crummy. Okay, so here's our beautiful envelope. And isn't that just going to be gorgeous coming in a mailbox? I love that. We're going to take this little layer, and we're going to use our Pacific Point ink with this ginormous stamp. Oh, I see I'm missing a stamp too. Uh-oh. Maybe it's in the pack. We're going to take this giant wave, which I absolutely love it. And we're going to stamp that right on this layer. Now, you want to make sure that the bottom of your wave goes beyond the bottom of your little layer of paper. Because the first one I made, it looked really goofy because it didn't go all the way to the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Like, look at all that detail. It's crazy gorgeous. Okay, we're going to add that to our blue foil, and I'm going to use my Seal Plus. Oh, look at it, I got a smudge on it, you guys. Hang on. That will not be okay. Let me get my hands wiped off here. We're going to turn that over and try again, because we can't make a card like that. Like, we have to do better quality than that, right? Let's try that again. Here we go. See if I can get it on here. I want to get that wave on this layer too. That's important to me. Oh, there we go. Okay. And as long as we've got this inked up, I'm going to set this aside. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put a wave right on the front of my envelope too. So, oh, Tampa is 81 degrees. Oh, so jealous. Now, I'm going to pull this over just a little bit because I don't want my wave to end on the front of my envelope. So I'm going to just pull it down like this a little bit and make it work for the front of my envelope. Isn't that cool? This just reminds me of Hawaii 5-0, not gonna lie. Okay, now we'll bring in our seal. Plus, this is my adhesive for tape runners. I love it. It is super, super strong, and I'm using it because I'm gluing this onto the foil. And glue doesn't really stick that great to foil, so I just thought this would be better. All right, now, let's see. I need that other sentiment. Yeah, I didn't have it mounted, so glad it's not lost someplace. I'm gonna put this right here. We'll get ready for that in a second. Now, this little piece is for a tiny bit of die cutting. In with the dies that go with this amazing set is some birds. So I'm going to use the bird die on the blue foil. And when I do that, you have these cool foil birds. Aren't those neat? Just a little accent. Hang on, let me get these out of the way. I have to get that pelican back up here. We're going to make another card with this set in a different layout. So I'm going to keep my P's and Q's together here. All right, little tiny bit of glue. Oh, I didn't even get that out yet. Oh, we've got Karen and Hope here. And who else came in? I think I said hi to everybody else. Welcome, you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you're wearing green so you don't get pinched. Just saying. I'm just going to put one bird right there. And then another little bird. Oh, I think that's too much. Let me see if I got a tissue right here. It was a little too much glue. And then maybe one right over here. Oh, that'll be perfect. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't get enough glue on there. Hang on. And I have glue on my fingers, which stuck to it. There we go. Just want a teeny weeny little bit. Let me get this back out. It's already a mess. I'm already a mess. Okay. Inside of the card, what are we going to do with that? Golly. I think, oh, I know. We're going to put this strip in there. And I think I'm going to put the strip down this side over here because that's just something a little different for me. So let's see. Cut this off about right there. I'm going to leave this blank because then I can write or stamp a sentiment in it for whatever I might need. This is a great masculine card that we're making. Okay. Get this all put together. Oh, before we do that, we're going to do this. This piece goes like right over here, okay? And then this piece is going to go right about here. So we're going to stamp this sentiment in the top right corner. And now we can turn this over and put this on. I always like to do all my stamping before I do a bunch of work, especially when you're working with a card base, like there's no other layers here, because if you mess it up, then you did all this work, right? So you always do all your stamping. I shouldn't even put that strip on the inside till I got that front stamped. Okay, there's that. We're gonna do this. Super duper easy peasy. This is 1 1/4, by the way, by 4 1/4. And then I think I'll use some dimensionals on here. I just happen to have some nice black ones. You guys are so quiet. Just kidding. I know, you can't talk to me. This isn't a Zoom, but it just seems like, oh, it's so quiet. I was watching, before I came on live, I was watching Intervention. Oh my gosh, those poor people. I really do feel bad for, you know, the family and all the people that are dealing with the problems and even the people with the problems. It's just really sad. Okay, I'm going to take this and put it in the center near the bottom down here and get this straight. There we go. Now, we can't forget these. And they're blue, so they're kind of manly. And my take your pick tool, I think I will stick with the dark blue ones. And I've got kind of a little boo-boo right there, a little smudge of ink. So that's a perfect, perfect place to add an embellishment to cover up my little boo-boo. How's that look? Isn't that cool? Here we go. Now, I didn't flag the ends. I just left them straight because, you know, it's kind of manly and I like it. All right, let me get this cleaned up. Hope's got her green on. Yay, Hope! I'm going to clean all these because I know I have to use them for another card later, but I don't remember exactly which stamp. So I usually just set these all aside and we just continue on. Look, I'm making a mess out of myself. But I'm going to clean these off because I know we're using them again. This is just such a big stamp, right? Yeah. Okay, was there another one that I used? Nope, just those two. I'll throw that away. Okay. I'll set this aside for our card a little bit later. Don't lose any of my pieces. We will work on card. Set this right over here. Card number 2. Card number 2. Ah! Who doesn't love this little rainbow bundle? It's so much fun. And of course, it was really a lot of fun with the celebration paper, right? I'm sure probably all of you have that. We're not going to be using it today because if some of you don't have it, it's something that you can't get anymore. Hang on, I gotta keep all my little notes together. This up here. Here comes all of our cardstock layers. Here we go. So I've got Bermuda Bay, basic white, another basic white. Okay. Again with the envelope flap. Gosh. So simple, but something that makes such a bold statement, I think. And the last one I stamped on the front and decorated the envelope flap. This one I'm just going to decorate the envelope flap, I think. I got a ton of mail while I was in Florida that I came home to, and oh my gosh, all the flaps and the stamped envelopes just make me happy when I'm just looking at the mail. I haven't even opened it yet. This paper is from the Party Pattern Designer Series paper. This is something that you can get when you get Stampin' Rewards, when your order reaches $150, or you have a party that has orders of $150. You can buy this for $18 with your rewards, which is free money. It's worth 30 bucks. This is a huge pack of 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. One side is pretty and colored. The other side of it is black and white. So as a stamper, black and white is so fun. There's just so many things you can do with it. I love black and white paper. Okay, this is our half sheet of Petal Pink. And then I've got my 2 by 5.5 inch piece of the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. I've got another piece. I think this one's for the inside. Let me get all my rest of my pieces out here. Hang on just a second. I gotta see. Oh yeah, okay. I think we're gonna turn this one. We're gonna go this way with this card. Is this even the right? Yeah, this is the right layout. So instead of using the 2, I got a little confused. Instead of using the 2 inches over here, we're gonna put it down here. We're gonna do a little stamping on this white layer, and the white layer is the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch layer. So let me get my colors out here. I've got Bermuda Bay, Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, and I use that petal pink card base, so I'm going to pull that in to my rainbow that I'm going to make here. So our biggest one is going to be the Bermuda. And I'm going to put that right here. There's our Bermuda. Our next is going to be the petal pink. And get that right in here. And then we're going to move that again. We're going to do the Real Red next. I gotta stand up and make sure that I'm getting these in here right. Oh. And then Pumpkin Pie. I love that these are photopolymer, right? Because that makes it so easy to see what you're doing. Close these up. Now, there's a little tiny heart stamp that comes in with the rainbows. And I love that little guy. And I'm just going to stamp a few little hearts around here. Might do a little bit more later, but we'll see. Now I'm going to find my black marker. I wanted to tone this down a little bit, do one of Dina's favorite techniques, which is to flick a black marker at this layer. And it just kind of tones down that white a little bit. I think that's perfect. What do you guys think? Look at that blue. Yeah. Okay. Then I've got this little sentiment. It says a little something to brighten your day. And we've got that tiny little piece here. And this little piece is our 1 1/4 inch strip. And we're going to use black Memento ink for that. And I'm going to stamp that right on here like this. I thought that was perfect. Oh, that ink looks kind of funny. Hang on. Let's get that inked up a little bit better. Oh, that's so much darker. Very much better image. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I lost my baby wipes. Don't worry. I have them right here. I'm just going to wipe my hands off again because, gosh, it makes me so mad when I mess up my card. The blue fingers. Take your snips. We're going to make this a little banner. And I like to snip in the middle and then come in from each corner. There we go. Okay, so we have that. And then the dies. Where did my dies go? Right here. I used the cloud dies. Okay, so we've got our, what's happening? There we go. We've got our cloud dies here. We've got a big one, 2 double smaller ones. And then this border stamp I think is really fun. All of these dies are really cool. So I put this on a piece of basic white and I die cut this. This is how this ends up looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip the ends here. Okay, and then do a few of these clouds. Let me see if I can. I found one cloud here. I'm pretty sure I had another one and it has gone missing. Oh, here they are. Whew. Here's a couple more clouds. So I've got 3 clouds. Okay. And put this away. We're going to add these clouds around on our rainbow. I'm going to do the bigger one, put a dimensional in there, go like right like this. I just think those are so sweet, aren't they? And then, you know what'll work really good for these longer but they're narrow clouds is some of our dimensional edges. Well, that's probably too big. But yeah, I think those are going to work on here really good. They're a little bit more, whoops, they're a little bit more than a mini dimensional, but not quite a full size. And we'll do this little cloud right over here. And then one more little cloud, maybe right over here. Aren't those cute? Look at how cute they are. I'm going to get rid of this board that's bothering me. We'll bring in a new one so we don't have all that blue all over the place. All right. Let's glue this on here. I got to spend time with Val yesterday, even though Haley and Jared are home on maternity leave, which is pretty funny, right? Like, I don't know, my husband never stayed home on maternity leave. How lucky is she? Even though they're home, they're going to continue for Valerie to go spend the Wednesday mornings with her great-grandmother and then Wednesday afternoons with me. So I got to go pick her up yesterday. So what I'm going to do with this, you guys, is I am going to just glue this on here and I'm going to leave a tiny bit of white. And this is going to be a really cute little border. So I got to go pick up Val yesterday and she slept almost all afternoon. It was like not fun at all till she woke up. And for those of you that might not know, Val is my soon-to-be 2-year-old grandbaby. She's just the cutest little thing. We absolutely adore her, and we've had so much fun with her. But yeah, she just slept. Like, I fed her lunch, and she slept for like 3 hours. And I was almost like, wake yourself up. Granny needs to have some time with you. I know, and most of the time people would be like, oh my gosh, I hope she sleeps all afternoon. But I wasn't, no. I wanted her awake. Okay, this is going right on the bottom. Isn't that pretty? And I chose the petal pink because there's petal pink in this designer paper. And then I'm going to take this little one and put it on here. So here's our 1 1/4 inch strip that is here on this card. And we're just kind of changing it around a little bit. And I'm going to put that about right here. Let's see, is that, yep, that's going to work just fine. And then I'm going to add this layer right here. Stinking adorable. And let's get some rhinestones out. I'm going to use just regular rhinestones. Oh, look at, they're all gone. Like, I got all these like cards of them that I've started but not finished. Oh, here's one stuck to my finger. Let's put that on here someplace too. Let's go. Oh, how about right on that? Oh, look at that on that cloud. I love that. Okay. Do we have any? Oh yeah, we have a few left in here. So here is our adorable little rainbow. And I don't think, oh yeah, here's our inside. We need to do that too. So let's take, this is like a 3/4 inch long or wide piece of designer paper. And then put that on our 4 by 5 1/4 white layer. And add this to the inside to make this card even more spectacular. Sherry says Belle's worn out from the new baby. You know, we were sure that she was going to have none of that new baby because that new baby's taken time away from her, you know, with mom and dad. But so far, she has been the sweetest big sister. Like, she has not shown any animosity towards that baby. She loves to help with him. And anytime he cries, she starts crying. So this card, this is what I did with it. I kind of switched it from this to this. Same layout. Just moved it around. Pretty cool, right? I love this. I have a lot of fun with this class, you guys. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, Val she's loving her baby brother. So far, she hasn't tried to kill him, which we were sure she was going to do. Or, you know, say, get him out. Take him back. I don't want him anymore. Oh, you know how kids can be that way sometimes. Okay, hang tight. I'm going to grab the next one. Where's my next one? Right here. Oops, let me put this. Got to keep all my little tips and notes, which I'm not really even looking at, but I've been doing pretty good. Okay, here comes our next card. See what all the pieces and elements are about. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Bumblebee. Bumblebee black and white it is. Let's see what's happening here. All right, so we need a scrap to do a little stamping. We're going to be using Bumblebee ink and our Memento black. And here comes Flowing Rain Boots. Those of you that are Stamp Happy Academy members, you will be getting a free PDF online class for this particular bundle. I just got the videos done today. I have to edit them and upload them, so don't get too excited. But I hope to have them done possibly next week. Super, super fun. Super fun class. Okay, we're going to do Bumblebee. This is just a scrap of white. Do Bumblebee flowers. Aren't those pretty? I love the detail in the stamp set. It's just so gorgeous. Oh, and we're going to use basic gray. Sorry about that. I kind of forgot about that one. Here comes our watering can, which is the cutest thing ever. Look at all that detail. Like, isn't that so, so pretty? Oh, hi, Deb from Northern Virginia. I'm happy to see you here. Who just went to Virginia? Somebody I know. I'll have to think about that. Oh, Dina. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't think of that. Dina just went to Virginia. And, hang on, I'm looking for my other stamp. They went on spring break out there because Andy's dad lives out there. Okay. Hang on while I find the rest of my stamp set. It is here. Oh, I know where it is. Right here. Because I was using it earlier today. I'm like, oh, I hope I get everything back in here where it belongs. And live life in full bloom. I love this saying. I just absolutely love it. All right. So we are going to die cut those. Let me get this put away. Here comes our dies. We're going to use this one and die cut that on a scrap of black. Then we've got our watering can, and I would definitely use some washi tape to hold these in place while you're running them through your die cutting machine. It's just so much nicer when you don't have to redo them, right? Oh, I hate that. So we're going to die cut all of these. And let me get this out of here. I have done that. And we got this one. Okay. Oops. Hang on, I'm going to fall off my chair. Who just fell off her chair? One of those ladies from The View. I didn't see it, but it sounded quite amusing. Yeah. So we're going to do dimensionals on the back of our flowers. Aren't those pretty? And dimensionals on the back of our watering can. And where's my baby? Here's my little dimensionals. We'll put one more right up there. Now I'm going to bring in my silicone sheet, which I thought I just laid right over here. There it is. Okay. Hang on just a second. We're going to do whisper. Basic white, thick is our card base. And then I took the textured embossing folder. Let me grab it here. Here it is. This one, the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. If you don't have this, oh, you've got to get this. Hi, Julie Hillsman. I'm happy to see you. But I took that and I ran this white layer through there, okay? And then this is going to be the layer, this layer right here. I also ran that layer through. So we can put our 2-inch piece. Again, this is that Pattern Party Designer Series paper. Black and white on one side, colored on the other. Usually I use the black and white side all the time, but cards that I'm making today, I'm doing the colored sides. Okay, so we have that. We're going to put that right on the front of our card. You know, what are we going to do to the inside of our card? Did I have another little piece here? I don't know. I don't think I do. See if I can get this on straight. How about that, Kelly? That's genius. All right, and then we'll do this piece right on here. This is Bumblebee. Okay. And then our black 1 1/4 inch strip. I'm wondering, people are riding their Harleys like crazy. Wondering if I should do, let's flag the end on these, on this piece like it is here. Because I haven't really done that yet. I want just a really slight flag. And my sister-in-law Snapchatted me today, showed me a pile of cash laying on the floor in her living room, which was pretty funny. And apparently they bought a Harley a year or two ago, and they weren't riding it, so they decided to get rid of it. And then they had a big pile of cash on the living room floor, and I know they're going on vacation soon, so good for them. I thought that was kind of funny. She's like, look at this big pile of cash. Like, good for you. It was a nice motorcycle too. But yeah, they live down by Milwaukee, and I don't think I'd be riding a motorcycle in Milwaukee. I'm just saying. It's just so much traffic, and people are so stupid. Did I just say that out loud? I did. They're just so stupid. They don't pay attention. They don't, ugh, it's horrible. Okay, here comes our little watering can. Oops. Oh, did I get that? I did. I didn't think I got it off of there. We're going to put this right here. I think these colors are just stunning. Here comes our flowers. And I'm going to tuck those right on top of that can. And then, how about some black and white gingham? I had this already tied in a bow from something I didn't use it on, but it's got tape stuck to it because it was the very end of the roll. There we go. So I'm going to cut this off and then cut this off this way. And then we'll use the mini glue dot and get that on our card. And I do have a decoration for the inside. I almost forgot that's what the lattice thingamajigger is all about. You're going, what is the thingamajigger? Hang on, I'll show you. This little, oh, so pretty. So let's get our glue. I'm gonna pile up some glue here. I've got a sponge dauber. And this is how I'm going to glue this into my card. Now you got to hold on to this so it doesn't get stuck on the dauber and pull it up and rip it, right? Because these are really very intricate. And you have to move fairly quickly with this because it does dry pretty fast. That's not a lot of glue we put on there. What do you think? Isn't that cool? Yeah. Now, one thing that I want to do here is I want to put on a little bit of bling. So let's see. I'm thinking my favorite iridescent rhinestones. I don't know if I want to do that. Do we want to do that or do we want to go with the black to stay with that black accents? Let's see. Oh, I'm thinking the black. You guys think the black? I think the black will work the best. Let's do one of these. And then, oops. How about just one of these down here? What do you guys think? Move this out of the way. Black, yep. Cheryl said black. Now I must have this bundle, Bonnie said. Bonnie, you're welcome. Not gonna lie, it's pretty spectacular. And like I said, I do have a kit class using it this month that will be free on the Stamp Happy Academy website if you are a member, you know, with the basic membership. So you definitely will want it. I'm just telling you, it's pretty fun. I had a lot of fun, and the cards that I created, so cute. Okay, here comes this one. Here's our layout. Let's get this right here. Yep, that's still in my frame. And here's our other one. We use the waves of the ocean. These all on here while I get ready for my next layout. There we go. Yay. So simple and plain, right? When I look at this, I'm like, oh my good Lord, what do you do with that? But you can do so much with these. They're so fun. Okay. Next up, get these out of the way. This away. Oops, I missed these. Card, let's see, where's card number? That's not it. Card number 1, 2, 3. Here's card number 4. Oh, here's our full stack. Okay. Here comes our next layout. This is our next layout. And where did I put my cards, you guys? Oh, hello. There we go. We'll keep those all in a pile so we don't lose them. Okay, this is our next card layout. And we are going to get out our bits and pieces here. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to move this over to the side. We are going to be using a crumb cake card base. Yeah, Sherry says the watering can on that last set is such a great stamp. So are the rain boots. Like, everything looks so real. The flowers look real. The tulips look real. It's all just so, so pretty. All right, let me see. Here comes our fun card. Oh, I need to find my stamp set. Hang on just a second. Here it is. We are using the Wildlife Wonder. Oh, another stamp set with the most beautiful images. So we've got crumb cake ink and early espresso. And then the designer series paper that I have here is from the In Good Taste 12 by 12 paper. And I'm using, there's lots of different wood grains in here, and I'm using, I think, this one for this particular card. So we are going to, oh, I know. Along with this stamp set, I'm using another word set, Best Year. So I brought that in for the inside because it has a birthday sentiment on this one. Sending birthday wishes, and I love these fonts, the two different fonts in one sentiment. But I really didn't, I mean, I could have put To a Great Guy on the inside, but I decided I wanted to do Wishing You the Best Year Yet. So that's what I'm doing with this one. So let's do that right away. I'm going to use the Early Espresso ink with Wishing You the Best Year Yet. And I'm going to stamp that. Let's see. We're going to do the card this way. I'm going to stamp that right here. And then I've got a piece of that. This is just like a 1/4 inch scrap of the wood that I'm going to put. Oh, hang on. Oh. I'm going to put this piece of wood right down here. Oh, I have a white layer for the inside. Let's start over. Okay, so I'm going to stamp Wishing You the Best Year Yet. And then we're going to take this, which is a 3/4 inch piece of the designer paper. Hello, Kelly. Now I'm going to have a hot flash because I really screwed that up. You guys are so nice. And this is just a nice way to dress up that inside. I'm like, gosh, really? Did I just stamp it there? It's so plain. I usually do better than that. And sometimes plain is good, right? But sometimes this is better. And it definitely does look pretty nice, right? Okay, now we are going to take the front of our card. This is the panel. This is our layout. So this goes like this. This goes like this, and then we have a label. Okay, so we're going to stamp this. We're going to use the Early Espresso on that giant bear. And I do have to tell you, I kind of know my bears. This is a grizzly bear. So I wanted to, you know, it's like, oh, I could maybe make him black, but something won't let me. Like, you're welcome to, but grizzly bears just aren't black. And that's a problem for me. So, yeah. I could make a blue card and make him blue for that matter, right? We can do anything we want. Yeah, Sherry says she loves this bear. I do too, Sherry. So the pattern of this like shadow goes along with the bear's feet. And I really like that. And then also in the bear set is these like weeds. So we got these little weeds here. And I'm going to put some more little weeds right up here. Look at that. Yay! And we're done. Like, it's that simple. This bear is, this whole set is just so cool. So we're going to put this on here. And then this goes right in the middle of our crumb cake base. And then I think I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. Where did my take your pick tool go? Here it is. I don't know, I must have flung it. Maybe when I messed the whole card up. We're gonna put this right on here. Then I have a strip of vellum. This is my 3/4 inch strip, which would be right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my StazOn ink because this will dry on vellum, and my Sending Birthday Wishes. And I'm going to stamp this right on the vellum. Oh, that turned out so straight. And oh, you should sniff your vellum when you open it. It smells like almond extract. And you really shouldn't sniff it. They say you should use it in a well-ventilated area. So that could be a lot of my problems is due to StazOn sniffing, but whatever, right? Keeps Kelly happy, that's for sure. Okay, let me clean this. Oh, I think, no, because my bear's going the wrong way. I don't want to do that. All right, here we go. Now, I wanted to put this right over my bear, but you can see that it kind of gets lost, right? Like, it's like, really, Kelly, that's what you wanted to do with that? Yeah, I really, really did. So what I decided to do, I'm going to trim this. I took a 1/4 inch piece of a scrap of the wood grain that I used on the front, and I am going to add that to the back of my layer so that it makes those words pop. They're not getting washed out and lost in the detail of my bear. So that was a pretty good idea. So I'm going to just add just a teeny weeny bit of glue so that you're not going to be able to see that through here. Yeah. Isn't that like a cool idea? Like, I came up with that all by myself. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to make that work? And then that's going to go right here. And that is going to not get lost then. Okay, I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals and pop this up. Here's some more Harleys out there, you guys. I hope people are watching for bikes. You know, it's the beginning of the year and you forget that there's motorcycles. All right, here we go. There, what do you think? Is that not cool? Should we put some twine on it? Where's my linen thread? We could probably put some linen thread on it. Ah, thanks you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm thinking we can do this. Let's get some linen thread on here. This is gonna be pretty spectacular. Now, probably give this to one of my bear hunter friends because they would really appreciate this card. Even though it's not a black bear, it's a grizzly. We don't have those here in Wisconsin. We have black bears. So I'm gonna wrap this around 3 times. And hang on, let's get that out of there. Then I'm gonna tie it in a knot. And I'm not gonna tie it in a bow because this is a man card. I'm gonna tie it in a knot and call it a day. I don't want to take anybody's man card. You know what I mean? Like, my man cards need to be masculine. There we go. And I don't think we need any embellishments. Do you guys think so? Huh? I don't think so either. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cool? Easy peasy. Let's do the next one. me set these aside. Find my next card is, ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, I gotta put my cheap notes back on there. Here comes our next one. We are going to have all of our bits and pieces. And we got one more here. There we go. And this. So for this card, I am using the beautiful Artfully Composed bundle. Oh, love this paper. So, so pretty. So we have a Just Jade card base. Deb says she will have to case. You case away, Deb. This is why I share. Feel free to case anything. And then I have to see which one of these is smaller. So we've got this one. Yep, this is the bigger one. And this is the smaller one. So I am going to put this one right here. So we can, I know it's hard to put glue on this side, right? Not gonna lie, but we're gonna put that right in the middle. And then we are going to put this right across here. So we're using both sides. Make sure that if you have a definite pattern in your designer paper that it's upright, right? We don't want everything to be upside down. And then, let's see, we have a white for the inside. And again, I think I'm gonna go with this right here. There we go. That's just a 3/4 inch strip, again, of the Artfully Composed Designer Series paper. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now we're gonna do a little bit of stamping and die cutting. Happiest birthday wishes. Oh, I think this is part of the, oh, let me show you this. Yeah, it's part of the Artfully Layered and Tropical Layers. This is a bundle. It's in the mini catalog. How many of you guys have this already? Like, this is so, so pretty. So pretty. This one is, this is the, oh, jeepers, my creepers. This is the leaf that I'm going to use to die cut out of some evening evergreen. Oh, let me get my bear stuff put away here first, you guys. I got too much stuff going on. Keep things together. Okay. We're going to die cut this. And here's that leaf. So pretty. I love these images. And then we're going to use our evening evergreen to stamp our sentiment. And we're going to go, that's a little bit crooked. Let me try that again. I'm going to stand up. That's worse crooked. Oh, I did this one. I used Just Jade, not Evening Evergreen. So we'll scrap that and we'll go with this. I kind of tend to have a backup plan most of the time in case things don't go as planned. Okay, so we're going to take this one and we're going to put dimensionals on the back. And you can see that I did it twice here too, so. And then I want, whoops. Oh, and you notice I cut this at a slant. I just took my snips and cut it at a slant. I like that look. Oh, I have ink on my fingers again. Good grief. Okay. And then I want this to go on my layers. So we're going to put this on here like this. This on here like this. And I want this to be down there, kind of far. I want this to be a pretty big focal point on this card. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue. Go just like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get these on there. One more dimensional. I thought about putting the leaf on the back of here, but decided against it. And now I'm going to pull this all the way over to the side and get that on there straight. Now, that looks really good. Let's get some of these on there. Now, these are the, oh, here's another pack. I had a little problem with an order that came in that got kind of torn in half. That's very rare that that happens, by the way. And I called Stampin' Up! And bam, they replaced it like right now. So I'm just going to put some of these on here. These are our adhesive backed hexagons. And of course, they match beautifully. Oops, I got a little bit of putty on there. Hang on. Here we go. What do you guys think? The designer paper with one little element is really doing all the work there. I thought that was pretty cool. And again, this is the Artfully Composed Designer Series paper with the Artfully Layered Tropical Layers bundle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I need to set that over here so I don't lose it. Okay, next card. Go to my next one. Ooh, we are going to be using the waves again, you guys. Here we go. Let me get my little notes off here. All my bits and pieces. Coastal Cabana. We've got our white layers. We're going to be using another of the blues. This is the lighter colored blue. Designer paper. And here we come. Here we come with all the bits and pieces. So first off, I see here that I do have an envelope ready to go. So I think we're gonna, oh, nope, we're gonna use this side. Look how pretty that is. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of octopus. Probably because of all the little polka dotty things on it. Yeah, Sherry said you can mass produce these cards for men so easily. Yes, absolutely. And you know, men tend not to, you know, you don't make a lot of fuss with a man card once in a while. I know men really love cards that move. They're like mesmerized by our paper engineering abilities. So that's always kind of fun. But otherwise, masculine cards tend to be kept to a minimum. It's us women who like all the frill, right? Look at how cool that is. Love it. Okay, and then, ooh, let's see what's happening here. Oh, there it is. Let me grab my stamp set and my dies again. Here's our stamp set. Here's our dies. Now, one of the neat things about this set of dies is that, oh, good grief, it has 2 labels in it. Now this is really kind of disturbing because I only have 1 label. There should be 2 labels in here. So I don't know where my other label went, you guys. That's gonna make me cry. It's gotta be here someplace. But thank goodness I have already die cut that label that I need. Ugh. Maybe I sent it home. What did I, oh, I might have sent it home with my helper. Okay, so I used this label to do happy birthday. And the happy birthday is right here in the Waves of Inspiration. And I did that on Coastal Cabana and die cut it. This is the other label that's in your set of dies with this particular set. So I've got that done. And then we have a little bit of work to do here. So let's kind of start assembling our card. I'm going to get this out of here too. Hang on. We're going to fold our Coastal Cabana cardstock in half and burnish that edge good. And then I cut a piece of this Waves Designer Series paper, and I cut this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 so I could cover the entire front of my card. And I'm going to hold it up just like this and stack it so that I know I have it perfectly in place. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty, isn't it? And now we're going to do our inside. And I think for our inside, we'll use the Happiest Birthday Wishes again. So I'm going to grab my Memento black ink. I thought there was a, yep, here's our white piece for the inside. We're going to put happy birthday on the front, and then, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Happiest birthday wishes. Oh, I want wishing you your best year yet. Here, this is what I wanted, not this one. Let me put that one away. Wishing you your best year yet. Happy birthday on the front, and then wishing you your best year yet on the inside. Ah, whew. Glad I got my head together on that one, huh? Okay, and then we're going to not glue our hair on the inside of the card. Have you guys ever like sealed an envelope and had your hair stuck in the seal on the envelope and you're trying to pull it out because, well, that's gross, right? I don't know why hair is so gross, but it is. It's not gross when it's on my head and looking fine. It's a little gross in the morning when I wake up. Okay, so here's the inside of our card. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl's telling me it's in your word stamps. Oh, thank you so much. There we go. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Ah. Okay, now this piece is our piece that goes across here. This piece is our piece that goes right here. So what are we going to do to this piece right here? Well, let me show you. We're going to grab our Coastal Cabana ink and the giant wave. Comes the giant wave. Oh, see, I'm glad we cleaned this. Coastal Cabana. And I know I felt it. I just stuck my finger in it. So let me clean my fingers off. And then, again, you want to make sure that you're going below your layer here so your wave doesn't look all weird hanging up there. That is so pretty, isn't it? I might have gotten a little close too. So we'll see in just a second. I might have to do that over. But for right now, we are going to take the pelican. I love this image. We're using Memento black ink. We're going to take that pelican. We are going to stamp it with the Memento ink. And then we're going to color it with light and dark crumb cake and light so saffron. So let me find those right at the moment. Here we go. These two. And I think this one. Light so saffron. Okay. I made my bill and my feet on my pelican the other day. I made them orange. Yeah, that looked, I don't know, it looked kind of weird. So I'm going with a very, very pale yellow, light so saffron. And then we're going to take our dark crumb cake and we're going to go right where Stampin' Up! Has made all these like darker shadowy lines. We're going to do that with the dark. Don't worry about the strings tied around the post, okay? And now the light crumb cake. And then I'm going to grab that bigger end. And we're going to blend. Oh, I love that. And there's a die for this right in here. So we are going to die cut this. And when we do that, this is what we have. So I'm going to take this and put it right back in here. I'll use this on something else. And now, hang on a second, we're going to take some of our linen thread and we're going to wrap it around this post. And how fun is that? Let me grab, where's my glue dots? Right here. I'm going to put a glue dot down to hold that in place. Maybe if I can find my take your pick tool. Where did that go? Do you guys see it? Oh, here it is. Take your pick tool. I'm just going to put this on the back and stick my linen thread in there. And now I'm just going to wrap it around this post just like that. And then we can stick it in that mini glue dot right there and nip it off. Ah, look how cool that looks. I know, right? Okay. It's the little things in life that bring me such joy. I actually thought of that myself too. Not that it's any big miraculous thing to think of, but I was like, oh, this is a good idea. Most of the time I share things with you that I've seen somebody else do, but I did this. And somebody else may have already done it before I showed it to you, but I did not see them. Okay. Now we have that guy ready. We have this ready. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, whoops, don't lose my birthday because I obviously lost my thing. I am going to put this on here and then on here. So let's get our glue. Put this right on here. Oh my gosh, it's so, so pretty. And then we are going to, should I pop that up? I think I should. Let's pop that up. Curious to see if my margarita friend has gotten back to me. She went down to Milwaukee today. That's about an hour and a half from where I live. And she lives. But she went, she shared a picture that she was at IKEA. It's funny how you know where everybody is now, right? Because they're snapping pictures or... But I'm like, oh, I need a filing cabinet from IKEA. But I'm going to be going to Milwaukee next week to pick up a friend at the airport. And I'm going to put this in right here. Ah. Oh my gosh, is that not so cool, you guys? Oh wait, I lost that. Oh, here it is. Whew. Okay, and then this, I am just going to put on some dimensionals. So I'll be able to go to IKEA and get my own filing cabinet. It's kind of hard to tell somebody like, hey, pick me up a filing cabinet because they probably have a gazillion of them, right? Or maybe none with our shortage of everything. Who knows? But I need one. My husband's been yelling at me for a year and a half. Get a filing cabinet for all of our paperwork. And I'm like, oh, just relax, mister. I'm going to put that right here. And then... hang on. Ah, glorious rhinestones. I'm thinking we should take some of these Coastal Cabana, right? A little bit of Coastal Cabana. And maybe, oops, maybe one more. How about right there? What do you guys think? Do I have an envelope? I do. Look at that. Happy birthday. Is that happy birthday? Oh, it's crooked. Dang it. Hang on. See if I can get it up without wrecking it. Or stabbing myself. What did I do the other day? I was trying to open something, and I'll be darned if I thought about it, and I'm like, this is really stupid, and then wham, I punctured myself. Okay, that's better. And I thought about how dumb it was, what I was doing. Wow. Right? So here's our layout. Watch me just shove all this stuff out of the way. Here's my layout. Is this our third card? Yes, it is. Let me put my little notes on the back, you guys, so I don't. Da-da-da. Okay, I didn't forget anything. Here's this. Here's our layout. Here is another card with that layout. And here is the other card with that layout. So cool. Thank you guys so much. You are always so sweet, and you know how to make a girl feel good. That's for sure. Okay, we are on to our next. Hang on, I gotta put some of this stuff away before I can't find anything. We're on to our next layout now. And what was this? This was all of our wavy stuff. These are our bears. We don't need that anymore. Oops. Here's our happy birthday sentiment. I don't know where that goes, but we'll figure it out. There goes our bird. Okay, let me move some of this out of the way so we can bring in the last set. Okay, here's these two. Phew. Put this away and this away. This on the back of here. Oh, look, I had a piece of baker's twine in there. I kind of forgot that I did that. All right, there's our next cards. And our next one is, oh, fun. I think this is the one we're going to use blending brushes on. This and this. And where's my card packet? Right here. Here's our next layout. Ah, I like this layout. It's a classic layout for sure. Then let me get all my little bits and pieces out here. Here we go. We are going to be using, oh, where's our, let me get the dimensions out here. There they are. We're going to be using Night of Navy cardstock. Oh, a half sheet here. And then I have basic white. I've got a 1/2-inch strip of this designer series paper. And let me grab this. This is the Abstract Beauty. This comes 4x6, which is really different. We don't usually have 4x6 paper, but I'm using this particular pattern out of this paper, and you get all of these in there, and they color coordinates with so many. It goes with the, I think the Hello Beautiful bundle. So I've got a 1/2-inch strip of the designer paper, and then I've got a piece of Night of Navy that is just a little bit bigger than that. So I'd say 1/2 inch, it's about 3/8. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to decorate the inside of my card with this, but that looks pretty like ho-hum, right? So I thought, well, let's put a piece of cardstock under it and make it pop a little bit. So this is what I decided to do. We're going to do this, and then we'll put this right on top of there. A little bit of glue right up there, because I know I have to trim this off, and I hate, are you guys weird about, I hate getting glue on my scissors. Like, it's one of those things. It's like hearing fingernails on a chalkboard. Well, that's what glue on my scissors is like. It's like, oh my good Lord, why did I do that? There we go. There's our inside. Isn't that pretty? Just that little extra. I love the little extra. Is that straight? Yep, that looks good. Okay. Now for the front of our card, we are going to have, oh goodness, it goes this way. Well, our strip is going to be up there. I would have put it down here. I thought it went this way. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It looks nice either way. I am going to put this piece right here, just like this one. I think before I do that though, I have this is my 1 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch strip. This is gold foil. So I'm going to put that right in the middle and I'm going to glue that right onto my designer paper. But first, I'm going to add a little bit of the fine art ribbon. This has that gold fleck in it, and I just thought that would be really pretty as an accent on our gold foil paper. And so I've got that glue on the back, and now I'm just going to adhere this right to my designer series paper. Make sure I get it all the way over to the edge. And I need to hold it up so I can make sure it's centered here. Yep, that looks pretty good. And then we'll put this on the other side and tape that down. This is really, really pretty ribbon. It's got that little bit of gold shimmer in it. Okay, next up. I use the hippo dies to die cut this image and, or shape, I mean. We're going to be using, oh, did I show you? We're using In the Moment. This is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set. It was a pre-order for demonstrators, so there's a gazillion ideas with it, you guys, like hundreds and hundreds of ideas. Anytime demonstrators have a pre-order option, you're going to find that those are the products, the stamp sets that get tons and tons of ideas posted online because we love to work with new product. And when we have new product, we're going crazy with it and sharing it all over the place. So I've got Memento ink. I'm going to stamp my lady right on this layer. Then I'm going to take a scrap of this designer series paper. That's the same that I'm using on the front of my card. And I'm going to ink my lady again. And we're going to do, a little bit of paper piercing. Hang on, let me get that cleaned up. So we've got our lady. We're going to stamp her again right here, just like that. And then we're going to cut her out. And this is not hard to cut out at all, but I want to show you what I did with the hair, because it was kind of like, now what I do? Cut out her dress. I'm cutting her dress out. I'm on her sleeve right now, and now I'm at her hair. So I'm going to leave her hair right on here. And then when you get to her little fingers are touching her hat a little bit, you want to kind of cut around those. So you've kind of notched a little bit out of her hat where her hand is showing. And again, that one little errant hair right there, I wouldn't even worry about that. Just cut it off. It'll grow back. I'm just kidding. Okay. Cutting her sleeve. And I'm cutting pretty close to my cutting line, so I'm not leaving that white margin that I usually like to leave. And then just like that. Okay. So now we're going to take this and we're going to do a little bit of coloring. And we're going to use our ivory and our bronze markers. So the bronze marker is going to be her hair. And we're going to color her hair on this piece right here. Like that. And then we are going to color her hands, or I mean her arms, I should say, with the ivory. And I think that about does it. Now we're going to do a little bit of blending brushes on here to color the background. So I've got my blending brushes here. I used Night of Navy, and I got an ink pad that is not closed all the way. Here we go. Night of Navy, Mango, and Cinnamon Cider. Kind of a bizarre little combination of colors, right? Oh, look, there's a hair stuck in there. Get that out of there. Sorry. Hang on. That's weird. Okay. How strange was that? All right, so here we go with some blending, and this really does make a pretty background. So I'm going to start with my navy. Now I'm going to bonk it, it's a technical term, into my ink pad, and then I'm going to see that blob of color? I don't want that on here. So I rubbed it off on my other paper, on here instead of on my layer here. Okay, that's what I did so far. Now I'm going to grab my mango. And again, I'm going to blob that off on here. And now I'm going to come in. And I'm not completely going over the whole thing. I don't want to turn her arms yellow or orange or whatever. I'm just kind of going in on either side. And now I'm going to come into the cinnamon cider. And again, get that blob of color off on there. You want to kind of dissipate this a little bit so it's not doing that, okay? Okay, look at how pretty that is. You saw how simple that was too. These blending brushes are amazing. I absolutely love them. Okay, let me get this. And now we're going to take this lady and we're going to put her right on here. Oh, I stamped that up a little higher than I wanted to. Hang on, let's see if this one's a little bit longer. I'm going to use this one right here. I just had one in the wings. I'll use this other one on something else. And here we go. So we're going to completely cover up. And see how that hand, I made those little notches out in her hat so that her fingers would still be on there. And now, here, I'm going to put this lady back in here so I can use her for something. I'll make another card with her. We are going to put this on here. I'm going to put this right here. And then we'll get our dimensionals. So now it seems all quiet again. Poor Anna, my stepdaughter, asked me if I could go pick Molly up from school today. I said, oh, I have a class at 3 o'clock, and I would have had to pick her up at 3, so... And she probably would have stayed overnight too. Oh, I forgot to stamp the birds on there, you guys. There's some birds. Oh, no, sorry. The birds are in there. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's like, where'd those birds come from? Now I'm just going to center this right on here. And since I used the gold foil paper, I was thinking that some gilded gems would be really pretty on here. Because they're, gold. And grab one of these, and then maybe a medium one, and then go with the big one. How about right there? Does that kind of finish it off? Yeah, isn't that cool? Paper piecing and blending brushes. So you got whammied with 2 techniques on one card. I love the ivory and I love this for hair. The bronze is really good for hair. All right, let me bring in my next card. And oh, I'll put this back because I can use that for something else, right? Next up is this one. This is card number 8. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the back of here. Oh, I just found my label that I thought I lost. Whew, that makes me feel better. Okay, we've got our card base. We've got designer paper. Woohoo! We're also going to be using, oh, hang on, let me find my card. We're also going to be using the vellum layering designs. We have white, different patterns on the vellum, and black, different patterns on the vellum, but this stuff is so cool. If you guys don't have any of this, I highly recommend it. It's very pretty and a lot of fun. Okay, here comes all of our little pieces. Here's that label that I wanted to use, which thank goodness I had it cut out ahead of time. So first thing we're going to do here is we are going to do our card base. This is thick, basic white. I've already scored it at 4 1/4. And we are going to find our stamp set, which is not here. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, here it is. We're using the All Together bundle. So this is the Here For You dies and the Here Together stamp set. So I am going to, what do we got here? You Matter to Me. We're going to stamp that on the inside with our Memento black ink. I'll put that right in here. Oh, thank goodness I got it straight. And then we'll do a little bit more stamping here. We're going to stamp the pinky swear. I kind of think that's cute because I used to do pinky swear when I was a kid a lot, you know, where you do this with your fingers. We're going to do pinky swear. And then, do I have a scrap? I don't. Dang it. I need to get a scrap of paper. Hang on a second. This is our beautiful Sweet Talk. Now this is our Valentine paper, but can I just say that we have different sides to this that are so pretty, right? So you have this that's not Valentine's. You have this and this and this, not Valentine's. So if you have some of this paper, please continue to use it. I didn't even realize this pretty pink side. I didn't even realize there was a pink side because I always used that side of the paper, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to stamp with the black Memento ink on a scrap of the designer paper with I Promise. And we're going to die cut that with this label die. We're also going to bring in the Pinky Swear die. And we're going to die cut that. And then this little heart, we're going to die cut that. This is our supple shimmer paper. And I think there's 3 different colors, or 2 different colors in a pack. Kind of a bluish iridescent white and then this pink. Super pretty. Look for that in our Spring Mini catalog. It's a must-have. So we're going to die cut all of these. And hang on just a second. Here we come. There we go. This little heart I wanted to put on the inside of my card. Again, just a cute little accent. I thought that was really pretty. And then I had a 1/2 inch strip of the shimmer paper that I thought would look good in here too. And we'll just add that right in here to bling it up a little bit. Nothing says you matter to me like shimmer paper, right? Okay, I am going to grab that ivory marker again, and then the light Flirty Flamingo. And since my nails are Flirty Flamingo light, I thought these would be really pretty if they were also matching me. Since it's my card, I get to decide important things like that. Okay, here we go. I am just going to use my smaller end to go around my lines so I don't get too crazy with this. Go out of the lines, I hate that. And then there we go. Isn't that pretty? Just keep blending until you get, you know, any scribble marks blended, because those aren't real attractive. That's what's nice about these blending brushes, is when you keep blending with them, you'll get rid of all those scribble marks and it won't look like a 4-year-old colored it, because that's what I think those scribble marks look like. But that's why the blending brushes are so, or the blenders, these things, these markers are so amazing, because you don't get that with those. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We are going to take our vellum and we are going to add that, whoops, we're going to take our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch designer series paper, and we are going to add that to the front of our card with this pink side showing. I know it's hard to put glue on this side, right? But sometimes you just got to do it, and wait until you see what the vellum looks like with this like kind of variegated pink behind it. Is really, really pretty. So again, I just pick it up, stack it, make sure that it's covering all the edges, and I didn't do a very good job. Oh my good Lord, hang on. Oh, good grief. You don't get a lot of leeway with this, I'll tell you that. I'm going to put some glue on here and try this again, because I didn't do a very good job. Hang on. And now it's going to be sticky, so it's not going to stack really good. Do yours right the first time, and then you won't have this happen. I did it again. There we go. I got it up to the edge, you guys. Good grief. And you can trim those edges if they're not perfect too. So let me get the glue off. Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing? Are you still alive out there? All right, do I still have people with me? Okay, now we're gonna take this and put it on here. And I'm just gonna do scribbly, scribbly. Well, first of all, let's do this. We're gonna glue these hands on the front, and then I'll know better where to put my glue to put this onto my pink layer. Does that make sense? Okay, ready for this? Look at how pretty that looks on there. Isn't that just like, whoops, the coolest look? I just thought this was so cool. Okay, so now we can put our glue right here. That's gonna hold this piece in place, no problem. Okay. Then we're going to take our linen thread and I am going to go through this side and pull it through this side. I'm going to leave enough so I can tie a nice bow. Now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of here. And that's going to hold that linen thread in place so it doesn't move. Hang on. And we're going to put that right down here at the bottom of those pinky swear hands. Just like that. Wrap this around. Hang on. I had some glue on my hands. Okay. We're going to snuggie this right up to there. Make sure this is in there where it should be. And now we're going to tie a nice little bow here. Some glue on my finger that keeps getting stuck. Sorry, you guys. It's kind of annoying. I know I'm annoying you too. It's annoying me. And then we'll cut that. Next, I want to bring in, oh my goodness, how many packs of, She's got rhinestones everywhere. I don't know what is happening here. Oh, where do I take your pick tool? Go right here. Good grief. And here we go. I'm just going to put one little rhinestone right there. I'm going to put a bigger one right over here. And maybe another little small one right there. What do you think? I promise you matter to me. Isn't that pretty? Love this vellum, you guys. Comes in a bunch like black and white printed. So, so pretty. Okay, so there's another card. Now, oh, I think we're on to our last card. Holy cow. It's like amazing. Let me get my stuff situated here again. This was that All Together. That promotion, you guys, lasts again until I think May 2nd. Let me grab it here. I want to make sure I'm not giving you bad information. Don't forget, we still have this going on too, the Savings in Bloom. You can get 20% off select dies. Let's do this one all together. Yep, until May 2nd. Yay. That black and white paper, amazing. Okay, we're going to be using some sponge daubers. to do a little color variegating here. Who has this flowing flower stamp set? I knew as soon as I saw this that these images were going to be so beautiful that I could not resist. So we're going to bring in these. Then, oh, hang on. I got to put my, let's do this. I'll put my little notes on the back of that. And then, I've got that. Here we go. These are the Stitched with Whimsy dies. We're going to be using one of those on this card also. I really struggled when I first got this. I wasn't really sure what to do with it. Like I kept not using it because I couldn't remember when was I using that. But then it started to click for me that you should use it every time because it was very pretty. Okay. I know what that's for. All right, we're going to be using Very Vanilla, a color I don't use very often, but it's definitely a necessary color. I've got Gray Granite, and I've got a Very Vanilla envelope here and a Very Vanilla thick card base. And again, our basic white and Very Vanilla come in thick for those card bases. Oh, and Fluid 100. This is Fluid 100. That's our watercolor paper. So we are going to, hang on. Oh, here we go. I'm like, where's all my stuff? Here's that Fluid 100 paper. It's really nice, high quality. I've got a spritzer and my water painters. We're going to be using some pearls and a little Blushing Bride. So I need Blushing Bride and Just Jade ink. Blushing Bride and Just Jade. And Gray Granite. There it is. Okay, I got everything here. Well, first off, let's do our technique on this piece right away. This is our watercolor paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my biggest water painter. Yeah, Deb says she loves the font of the sentiments in this set. I do too. Like, these are funky. They're totally me. Heather says she has this one, even though I tell myself all the time that I don't need another flower set. Totally get it, Heather. Isn't that the truth, though? Just can't help ourselves. So I've got a little shot of tequila for when we get finished with this card, we can drink that. No, I'm totally kidding. This is my shot glass, my Wyoming shot glass that Barb gave Dina and I when we were out there visiting. And I like to have a little bit of water with my water painters. I just find that it really comes in handy. So I'm going to take and I'm going to spritz my watercolor paper, and you want to get it fairly wet. Then I'm going to take my Blushing Bride. I've got my ink refill here. I'm just going to put a little ink refill on acrylic black. I'm going to get a little water on here, and now I'm going to add some color. And I love the way this, if you get a substantial amount of water on here, this will like bleed and do all kinds of really cool things. See how it just bleeds like that? But you got to have enough re-inker and enough water for it to do that. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off. And then I would have a tissue handy when you're using watercolor paper and misting, so you can kind of pick up some of those pools that pool off to the edge. Now you can hit this with a heat tool and it'll dry really quickly, or you can just set it aside. For the purposes of today, I've already got one that's dried. But the one thing that I did want to show you is this Whimsy, Stitched with Whimsy dies. I wanted to use this. This is the perfect size to use around the outside edges. This layout is just This is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. I'm actually doing it this time, so hang tight. I want to tape it in place so it doesn't move. And then when we get that done, it leaves this cool, whimsy stitched, embossed edge, which I think is a lot of fun. Now you get a whole bunch of different sizes in here. There's squares, rectangles. This is a really fun set of dies. Right, so this is going to be the platform that we are going to put the flowers on. And I need, oh, here we go. We're going to add this to our gray granite layer. So I put an extra layer over and above what's on our layout there. I just added another small layer. I shouldn't say small layer, small margin layer. I wanted this to be just a little bit more substantial on our vanilla card. I'm going to do the inside of our card, and then we'll start doing the flowers. So hang on just a second here. We're going to take this big flower in the Blushing Bride, and then I'm going to grab, I forgot to add that we're using polished pink. Polished pink with the dauber. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just do the outside edges of this flower that I've already inked up in the Blushing Bride. And we're going to put some polished pink on it. And then right in the center area, you're going to huff like you're cleaning your glasses. And then I'm going to stamp this right on the inside of my card base. And look at how you get that variegated color. It just adds, it's very pretty, makes it look a little different. As long as we're in here, I'm going to grab the Just a Note and the gray granite ink, and I'm going to put that right there. Our card is going to go like this, and we're going to have that on there, and I just thought that was something different. Jan, Kelly, close that re-inker. Okay, I got it, Jan. Thanks. Okay, so now before I do anything else, I'm going to get that ink off of there, right? Because I don't want to put that darker pink that might be left on here into my Blushing Bride. So I'm going to clean that off, and then we're going to do this again. We've got a scrap. Oh, we can put this on here too. We've got a scrap of Very Vanilla that we're going to stamp on. I'm just going to add this right to the front. It's just centered on here. Okay. Now we're going to do this one again. And polished pink or any other color. If I were to do like peach colored, I do petal pink for my flower base and maybe pumpkin pie around the outside edge like this. We're going to stamp that. Oh, so pretty, right? And then we're going to take this flower and we're going to do the same type of thing to it. Now, I'm just going to stamp the Blushing Bride up to the edge where the leaves start. Then we're going to take our Just Jade and another sponge dauber, and we're going to add the green to our leaves. Just like that. And then I'm going to do that polished pink again around the outside edges of this smaller flower, and then in that middle part. Huff on it. Stamp it on there. How pretty is that? And then, let me get all these closed up. Wipe my fingers off again. Because you can never do that too many times, right? Now, the only drawback of this stamp set is there aren't any dies. So we have to do a little fussy cutting, but I promise you, it is totally worth it. Now, I took this, I cut off all these dotty images, which are really pretty if you're just stamping this on a flat layer. But if you're cutting it out, they're kind of impossible to cut out. So I just cut them off. You just need to make a decision like that and roll with it. But I took all of these. This is easy to cut out. And did the same thing over here. I just got rid of those. And I got rid of these two little spriggy deals that are sticking out there. And then you just kind of follow the edge of your pieces, right? And to save you the time of watching me do that, I have them cut out. I'll save these and make more cards with them, so you don't have to sit and watch me do that. But I do think that we're ready to put our card together. So, where's my ribbon? Uh-oh, did you guys see? Oh, here it is. I've got the gray granite ribbon, and I've got this beautiful scalloped lace trim. Now, if you guys are signed up for our retreat with Barb and Dina and I, the lace trim, you're going to get a whole roll of that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, here comes my card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this flower right to the front of my card. Then I'm going to put this flower on some dimensionals. This, and then let's get, let's see if this edge fits. Oh, that fits on there. And then maybe a little baby one. Okay. Now, here's our layout, right? So how did I go from this to this? Well, I took this and I put it this way. And I wanted something coming down here. So here's this element, but I wanted something coming down here. And that's where I thought all of this would work. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start sticking this around on here. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to use tape. We can also use some Seal Plus. That'll work. Put that right there. That'll hold that down sufficiently enough until I get something on top of it. I've got a little piece of tape here, but now I'm going to come in and I'm going to make a little bow. Just the loops of a bow. And I want to do this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this like this. Here's my piece of tape. I'm going to tape that down. I'm going to grab just another little piece. I don't want it to be sticking out where anybody can see it, right? So you have to be mindful of that. Put that right there. Then we're going to come in and do a couple of these little things. Now this, of course, is going to be like a pretty elegant card, you guys. Like, it's going to be pretty spectacular. Not going to lie. And we'll put that right there. And then we can even add some more of this if we wanted to. Put another set of this. I don't want that lace to get lost under there. So I'm going to do another one. Let's put some more glue in here. However you want to adhere this to your card. Then we're going to take this and add this here. Make sure you're covering up any tape that you have that you can see. And then last but not least, we have pearls. Where are my pearls? I know they're here somewhere because I took them out of the, oh, here they are. Here comes our pearls. And I haven't used pearls in kind of a long time. So I wanted to stick with these smaller ones. I'm going to put 3 or so right in the middle of my flower. And then I'm going to add a couple more up here. And maybe a couple. Just like that. How about maybe one more? Put one more right over there. You're going to do the same thing and let's see, stamp up an envelope with that flower. What do you guys think of this? I thought this was super, super pretty. So we took this layout and we did it like this. Yay! Thank you so much. And again, this uses the flowing flowers. I did a watercolor wash on our Fluid 100 paper. And then I used daubers to add a little bit of extra color to the edges in the center of our flower. And then, of course, the leaves. So very pretty. You know, you got to cut the flowers out, but god darn, I think it's pretty worth it. Yeah, I thought that was really pretty. Okay, so that concludes all the cards that we're going to make today. Holy cow, who's going to come over and help me clean up this mess? Make sure I don't spill that shot glass with my tequila in it. Just kidding. It's just water. I know I sound like I would be a really good time, but I'm pretty much a lightweight. Here comes our cards for this layout. 3 very different cards, all the same layout. All right, you guys, I am going to get some photographs. I'll have these loaded before I go for margaritas. It is 5 o'clock here in Menasha, Wisconsin right now. And I have to check my phone to see if my friend called me or messaged me and said, yeah, let's go do margaritas. Otherwise, I might be drinking alone. No, I'll find somebody to go with me. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this class. And as always, thank you for being a part of the Stamp Happy Academy premium membership or live only. We are so glad to have you here with us. Barb Dina and I have the funnest job in the world, and we're just glad that we can share that with you. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, whatever you may be doing. I am going to be cleaning my house all day tomorrow, and then when my mom shows up, I'll probably be exhausted sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. I will find more energy, and we're going to go see that new grandbaby. So take care and enjoy your weekend, and a happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye.